Welcome to RPGuru Tech Talk. My name is Renu Prasad. This is the seventh video in the series of Salesforce Learning Journey. You will be able to appreciate this video if you have watched this sixth video, because this is a continuation of that. In this video, we're going to take Salesforce customization to the next level. We'll be enhancing the highlights panel, adding powerful buttons and actions, and even configuring conditional visibility in the Lightning record page. If you want to make Salesforce experience more dynamic and user-friendly, this tutorial is for you. So let's take a look. I've already logged into my developer org, which I had used in video 6. And I've opened the record which I created as a sample. And if you see, this is the Lightning record page, which I had created in the previous video. It has the activities on the right, and the left side is the page layout component, a record detail component as we call it. And then if you see, I did not do any changes to the highlights panel because I said I'll take care of it in the next video, and this video I will do that. So if you see, it has some buttons which are not relevant to this object. So we'll take a look on how to clean that up. Now, I want to show a few things. So the Lightning record page can be opened in multiple ways. Let's see the first way to do it. So click on the gear button, and then now once in the drop down, click on edit page. So basically, when you click on edit page, it actually edits it opens up the Lightning record page in editor mode. So this is one way of opening the Lightning record page. So let's go back to the record. I'm not going to make any changes now. And let's go to the setup page of the object. So I'm in the object setup page. Now in the menu there is something called Lightning record pages, which we had seen in the previous video. Click on that and click on the name of the Lightning record page we have there, and then click edit. So this is another way of opening the Lightning record page of any object. So this is the second way. Now there's one more way. So go back, click on home button. Home menu or the tab, and search for App Builder. And if you see there's an option called Lightning App Builder, click on that. And here you'll see all the Lightning record pages. One of them is my object's Lightning record page. I say edit. So once I do that, it opens up the Lightning record page in the editor mode. So this is another way. There are three ways. So please remember that you can access the editing of Lightning record page these three ways. So you see here, the highlights panel has only one field. I want to make some changes to that and also remove the buttons which are not relevant for my highlights panel. So click on the highlights panel. On the right side, you'll see upgrade to dynamic actions. So click on upgrade now. So what this does is it opens up the, now you see it says migrate or start from scratch. I already have information there, so I'm going to say migrate. Click on that. That's easier to clean up. So now, and then select the layout name and say finish. So once you do that, all the buttons which were defaulted are shown here. I'm going to remove the ones which I don't need. So I start cleaning up them. As I said in the record page, I'd shown you some buttons which are not relevant for my object. So I'm going to start cleaning up. So if you see, new contact is not valid, new opportunity is not valid, a new case is not valid, new lead is not valid. So there are so many buttons and actions here that are not valid for my object record. So I'm going to clean that up. I'm going to leave edit and delete and clone and change owner. Record type, I don't have any, so I'll remove it for now. Then I want the printable view of the record, so that's fine. I'm going to remove the sharing and sharing hierarchy and edit labels. So now I have only 5 actions or buttons. So this is what I want. So now I do a save. Once I hit save, the activation, I can activate, it's already activated, but I'll just click on activation once again and make sure that it's on default. So close that. and go back to the hit the back button on the page. So now either you do that or you can go back to the record page. So reload the page and you see now the page has the five buttons which we cleaned up on. So edit, delete, clone, change owner, printable view. So this is how you take care of cleaning up the buttons, which and make sure the buttons you need are the ones you show. So so that's how you do the setup. So there's one more thing I need to do. I go back to now I know I want to add a new button or action. So I'm going to my record page. I'm saying click new button, and then I give a name, say send email, and then click on the detail page button. So I check that box. I check that item, and then say display window without header or sidebar or header. And I'm going to put a formula, which is basically open up a URL, which will be a page where it's going to allow me to send an email. I do a check syntax to make sure that the URL I put there is valid. So then say save. So now it is saved now. One more thing I need to do is see it has saved the new button. Now I go to the page layout and edit the page layout. I click on page layout, click on the page layout name. Now I'm in the page layout editor, click on buttons, and you see there's a new button, send email. I'm going to drag that button to the section where it says custom button. So you see the custom button there. I just drag send email to that and it's all set. So now say it save. So the page layout has the button now, but this not necessarily doesn't have that button doesn't show up in your Lightning record page. So you have to um, see if you do a reload of the page, it doesn't show up. So what you have to do is edit the Lightning record page now, right? So I'm just showing you, irrespective of how many times you reload the page, doesn't help you. So I'm trying to reflect that. I mean, this is something confusing sometimes, even though the page layout had it, Lightning record page doesn't show the button in the highlights panel. So now I edit the Lightning record page, and then I go to I click on the highlights panel, that section. Yeah, click on that. And on the right side, say add action, and then search for send email. So there is the custom button there. I'm going to select that and say done. So now it's there, part of the list. Say save. I mean, just activation is already done. Just for sanity sake, just double check that. Go back to the record page now, and now reload the page. And then you don't have to reload. Sometimes it's there. So send email. So the send email is has all the details that I can see. I didn't do any coding in this. It's all standard out of the box. So send email allows me to send an email to the contact, to the subscriber in this scenario. So now that is one way of adding a button. Now let's go back to the setup page or the edit page. So there's one more thing I want to show you. If you see that there was only one field on the highlights panel, I want to add more fields to show there. So if I click on the highlights panel and go down the right side, you see there's a concept of compact layout. So highlights panel is controlled by the compact layout. By default, when we created the object and fields, there's a default system default, which only takes probably one field, the key field. So I want to add a new compact layout. I said hit new. I'll give a label to that saying RPGuru Tech Talk, and then it automatically puts the name with underscores. And now I'm going to select the fields I want to show on the compact layout. So I'm going to say subscriber name, subscriber ID, and now I can keep moving these fields around. And then also I want to add the description. So, but these fields are not in sequence. So I want to push the fields up and down. I can use the up arrow, down arrow, and the move to the top kind of buttons there. So I moved the subscriber ID, subscriber name, and description. So I hit save. So now the compact layout is ready. So I go back to the assignment. I make sure that the compact layers assignment is correct. And now I go back to my record page and do a reload of the page, and then you see on the you can see the subscriber ID, name, and description is there. So these are the three fields I've added on the compact layout, and now it reflects on the highlights panel. So this is another change I made. Now let's go back to a buttons menu and hit new action. So this is another new action I'm creating for my, so I'm going to say action type update record. So I want to update the record with a button. So when I click on something, so now I say I'll give a label saying mark as subscribed, and then say hit save. When I hit save, it takes me to the action layout. Here I need to put the field I'm going to make a change on. So I'm going to update the subscribed question mark, which is basically a checkbox saying whether the user, I mean the particular customer is subscribed or not. So I pull that field, that field into that section and hit save. Now, if you go back and reload the page, so when I read the page, I mean, the other thing I need to, yeah, there's one more thing. I need to add it to the Lightning record page. So I did the Lightning record page and hit on the highlights panel. And on the right side, like the one we did for send email, add action. And now search for Mark as subscribed. When I search for that, it shows up in the actions. So I'm going to say Mark. So there, the marks as subscribed is an object specific action. Say add, done, and then save, and then go back to the, as again, double check if activation is done. Go back to the record page and I reload. And now we should see the mark as subscribed option there. So edit page, go to the highlights panel, and click on send email and add filter. And then I'm going to say the send email is subscriber email is the field I want, and operator is I want to say not equal to. I'll try equal, just yeah, but not equal to null, which is basically the subscriber email should be valid. And I'll show you one problem with this formula. So I say equal to blank, only show the I only show the send email button when it's equal to blank, which is wrong. But just for showing you how these kind of setups have a problem, and you know how to debug it. So the same for the subscribed um, question mark. I say when it is false, show the button, right? So so this seems to be okay. But see, if you see, I forgot to hit done, and then it didn't update the mark as subscribed. So there are two problems there. One is send email doesn't have the right filter, and mark as subscribed. I did make the right filter, but it didn't add on. So the filter. So I do a save, and then now I go back to then I go back to the record page. So if you see, like it says there's some changes. I didn't take it, but I didn't realize that mark as subscribed is not filter is not there. So I go back to the record page. I assume the filters are working, but it doesn't work. So now I need to fix those filters to make sure that these buttons. So I go back, click on send email, click on the filter have, change it to not equal to null. So that shows that the email is valid. So not equal to null is what I want. Say hit done. And now the filter's there, the filter is corrected. Now I click on mark as subscribed, and see it did miss the filter. So I'm going to add the filter again. I say subscribed checkbox uh, is subscribe checkbox is equal to false, because only when there's no subscribed you want to button to show up. So suppose you see the two filters are there on the as yellow, say save, and then activation, double check that, and go back to the record page and reload the page. And once you reload the page, let's test it out. So I'm going to test the uh, if you see that there are no buttons for send email and mark as subscribed. So because it's already subscribed, the mark as subscribed is not visible. Now I remove the email, and let's test this now and hit save, reload the page. When you reload the page, the that should basically does not show the send email because there's no valid email. So I add back the email, and let's say I put a valid email there. Just for testing sake, I put that junk email, and now reload the page. Once I reload the page, the send email should now show up as a button. So there it is. So there it is. So send email is there. Now let's do the subscribe uh, action check. So I edit and uncheck the subscribed checkbox and reload the page. Now mark as subscribed should show up as a button. So there you go. So mark as subscribed is there now. So basically, when I click on that, it allows me to check the box and say save, and then just reload and see it should not be there. So let's double check. Let's see if the mark as subscribed button doesn't show up. So this is how it works. Hope this helps. Talk to you soon. Thank you.